Sometimes you just gotta put a nigga in his place. So.
What place is that, ma'am?
Because I'm a princess. I'm a woman. I like to be feminine. I don't want to be in my masculine behavior. I don't want to, please.
So you're saying that a man put you in your masculine?
Unfortunately, I guess I had a simp and I ain't know.
So if you call me a bitch ass nigga, do I have the right to be feminine? Don't worry about it. Gotcha. Women love conditional masculinity. Oh, I had to put me in my masculine. I don't give a fuck what you say, what you did, what you saw. I'm not gonna be no goddamn feminine ass girl. I'm not gonna be no sassy ass because of what you said to me. I don't care what you call me. I'm gonna be a 10-toe stand-up real nigga. There's nothing you can say as a woman or do as a woman that's gonna make me goddamn start switching my hair and twitching my hips and shit. So I don't understand why these women think that they can turn on the masculine button as soon as they see some shit or hear some shit that they don't like. Over here ready, I done built this bitch brick by brick and you motherfucker want to tear it down because you don't like the way I talk.
I like when a man can be feminine in his feelings sometimes.
What in the goddamn giddy party are you talking about? There will be no baby oil in this show.
She don't really know what to do with that one. I mean, talk about ass backwards. And a lot of things are conditional with many women like this when it comes to relationships. So you better read your fine print.
If you find that your dating patterns haven't been something that you desire, and you find that you've been so frustrated on the dating market over and over again, you are experiencing men that you can't respect, you're experiencing men that can't leave for nothing, I think it's time for you to look into yourself and ask the question, like, am I willing to fall back? Am I willing to be submissive? Am I willing to take telling? Because we will say, well, a man needs to be masculine before I can be feminine. And unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Because then if a man was to say a woman's supposed to be feminine before I can be masculine, we can see the error in that thought process. You're going to have to lean into your femininity. You're going to have to be willing to submit. And I know that's a triggering word to a lot of women.
Yeah, it's only really a trigger word when dealing with men in relationships. And they will say that they can't be submissive until he shows leadership. Why are these women with guys they can't respect enough to be submissive is really the question. Submission comes with the territory if he's supposed to lead, put his life on the line. If she wants guidance from him, provision, and all the things that they expect from men off top.
All you men out there who are in a situation where you know this woman won't let you finish talking without hisses, that means you're nothing to them. At her job, when Mr. Feinstein is talking, they be quiet, they listen to what he has to say, and on top of that, they do it. You, not so much. Why do you think that is? She can't be quiet when you're talking because she doesn't respect you. And if somebody doesn't respect you, if you try to build with them, you're gonna lose miserably.
All facts, bruh. There's no building with a woman you can't reason with. And watch the women deflect in the comments.
There's the king and the queen, right?
Yeah.
Which one's higher?
The queen. Amen.
So what happens in the game of chess if the queen dies or gets taken off the board? What happens? The game is over if the queen gets taken off?
It's not okay. Technically, it's not over with.
Incorrect.
I don't know how to play chess.
It's not over with because the king can still move without the queen.
Aha.
See,
yes, so
but the queen could not move without the king.
Talking, that means you have to stop it.
Yes, sir.
Now you peep how she tried to talk all over him, especially when they know they're gonna lose the argument.
So the queen is the tool of the king. Some people get confused and they think that the queen is the most important because she can move so far, she can do so much, because the king just hangs back. He ain't got to do nothing. Why? Because he's the boss. And when does the game end? When the king dies. Yes, so who's the most important? The king.
The king.
And you guys get confused because the queen is doing all of this. That's a beautiful thing. Put baby girl to work. Who's really in power? The one who runs the Taco Bell? Or the one who's working in the Taco Bell, sweating and slaving away and running around? The queen has all of that capability to serve.
And see, I'm not really here to talk about who's more important and all of that, but it's hard to argue with this. I mean, we need each other at the end of the day, but guys got to speak this way because modern women have become so enamored with overinflating their value, putting themselves above the men. But I think this is something men need to absorb more than anything because so many men give their power away.
Now, a woman who can't apologize when she's wrong
That's more than just a stubborn personality trait. It's a sign of deeper issues with accountability and emotional maturity. And let me tell you why it's a major problem. Here's what's happening behind the scenes, so to speak, okay? When a woman or a person, anyone in general, refuses to apologize, it's often because they can't handle the vulnerability that comes with admitting that they're wrong. They're protecting their ego at all costs, even at the cost of your relationship. And guess what? A healthy relationship requires vulnerability. It requires two people who are willing to own up to their mistakes, learn from them, and grow together. Now you may be thinking, well, maybe she's just having a bad day, right? And sure, I mean, we all have bad days. We all have our moments. But if she never apologizes, if every argument somehow ends with her deflecting blame, it's a sign of a deeper issue, I'm telling you. Now, you'll start to notice patterns. No matter what happens, you're always the one making peace, trying to smooth things over. And it's exhausting. It's like you're constantly walking on eggshells, trying to avoid conflict because you already know how it's going to end. When someone can't apologize, they're telling you that their pride is more important than your feelings, more important than the relationship you both have. This kind of dynamic sets a dangerous precedent. If she can't apologize now, what's going to happen when you face bigger issues in the future?
True indeed. True indeed. Totally agree, man. It's really about humility and modesty at its core. As I said before, too many women place their own interests above the relationship. The ultimate sign of immaturity is when you refuse to be held accountable. These are the types that also say that they want a man to handle them and be a leader. And this is usually how they respond.
A real man is not going to be ruled by a woman. Don't go down the path of expressing criticism, disapproval, and an ultimate lack of acceptance for your husband because it may cause rebellion. She's telling the truth. A real man is not going to allow himself to be a pushover to the woman he has chosen. Men with their sense of manhood and integrity and dignity intact have this innate desire and need to not be subdued and walked over. A real man is not going to be ruled by his wife. It insults his sense of manhood. Women who have succeeded in breaking their husbands such that their husbands allow their wives to rule over them, those are ultimately men who they find themselves no longer attracted to.
Most definitely not going to be ruled. Not at all. I think at this point, guys should pick women who already come equipped with having self-control, having empathy, being respectful. Trying to go back and forth with a woman, trying to handle her or teach her how to be in a relationship will only lead to chaos. But yes, sir. Go ahead and hit the like, share, subscribe button, and I'm going to see you on the next one.